The Adventures of Glubby Wubby. There was a town that had a lot of flowers in it, but they were all the same kind of flower. It was called the rainbow flower. This flower was called the rainbow flower because it had all the colors of the rainbow flowers, of the rainbow. Now this flower could do something very special. It could wave at people. Now the way it waved, it would open its petals all the way so you could see all the different colors, and they were bright and beautiful. And then it would close its petals and you wouldn't see nothing, and then it would open its petals and you could see all the colors again. Now every time it waved, it grew 1/4 of an inch. Now every rainbow flower wanted to be 3 feet tall. That's when the flowers were the most beautiful and the brightest and the strongest colors. Now in this field of rainbow flowers, there were some that were shorter and some that were taller, but they could see each other. But there was a problem in this field of rainbow flowers. There was a creepy, evil weed. And when this weed would grow, and if it would touch a rainbow flower, the flower couldn't wave. And if it couldn't wave, it couldn't grow. Oh, how sad. It just wasn't fair. Some of the flowers were growing. Other flowers weren't able to grow because of the creepy evil weed, and nobody could do anything about it. But in the town, there were 2 Glubby Wubbies, the only 2 who could pull out the evil creeping weed. Now one of the Glubby Wubbies' name was I Don't Care, and the other Wubby's name was I Do Care. Now the one Glubby Wubby, I Don't Care, walked through the town, and he's seen all the rainbow flowers. He's seen some that were tall and some that were short. He even seen the evil creeping weed. But it took a lot of time to pull the weeds out. And he just didn't have that time that day. He had to go home. He wanted to play on his computer and video games. He said, "Tomorrow I'll pull out the weed." Well, the next day he walked through the town, and he could still see the rainbow flower, and he seen the weed, creepy evil weed was touching it. But he said to himself, "I don't have time today. I got friends coming over." And he went home. And every day he made excuses. He never did nothing about the weeds. Now there's another Glubby Wubby who was called I Do Care. He'd walked through the town and he looked at the rainbow flowers, and when he seen one that was a little bit shorter, he looked down. He seen the evil creeping weed. He'd get on his knees and very carefully pull the weed out. Then the rainbow flower would wave at him because he could grow again. And that's what the Glubby Wubby I Care kept on doing, because he thought it wasn't fair that some of the flowers were taller than others. They didn't do anything to deserve having the evil creepy weed touch them. And all the flowers were so thankful when they seen the Glubby Wubby who said, "I care," and when he pulled out the evil creeping weed. And that's the way it is with a lot of people today. There's a lot of children who don't have water, don't have food, who don't have nice houses, and they want to grow right to their full potential. They want to bloom and do as much as God wants them as they want to do in this world. But they can't because of all the things that are stopping them. And it's not fair. It's not their fault. Now the question is, do we, as God's children, pray for them, help them, and be very practical, and do what we can in order to make it fair so that all the children and all the mums and dads have an opportunity to blossom fully? Now I have a question for you. Can you find the word justice in the Bible?